there. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting with today?
Hi, I'm Client, CEO of Handmade Wellness.
So good to meet you, client. I'm Acacia, your trusted tech advisor with Asana. I understand as a CEO, time is precious. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to fit us in for another discovery call.
No worries.
Mhm. So you've already had a meeting with my partner to get an idea for a good fit with one another, and there's a good chance we are. Today we're just going to get a more technical understanding of your needs so I can tailor your personalized demo for you and your team. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you some questions and get a good look at your day-to-day so I can really picture what your operations are like, see where things hurt, and see how we can ease that pain. I'll start by sharing what I already know. You just let me know if I'm on the right track, and we'll go from there. That sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to be referring to my notes here. I got that you sell handmade wellness items in multiple locations. You have a very small retail staff, but are beginning to work with a handful of new collaborators to take on some new and exciting projects. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, congratulations. It sounds like you're ramping up very nicely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I also have that you're adding an element to your business. Looks like event planning.
Yes, we've built quite the community, and throwing events is very effective for getting to know our customers and also having a remarkable customer experience.
Good thinking. Now, have you thrown any events just yet?
Just a couple.
Okay, tell me how they went.
Well, it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. We made a plan, but the events just felt unorganized and not to my standard.
Okay, well, what went wrong?
I'm not sure. I let everyone know what the plan was, but it seemed like everyone just winged it instead of actually sticking to it.
Well, how many people were involved?
Well, my project manager helped me plan it. My business partner helped me throw it. And we needed a few other collaborators to get involved. Some live entertainment, a DJ, a caterer, some staff to run the retail, also someone to run the door. So about 6 or 7 people.
That sounds like a solid team. How did the event go?
Well, we had a good turnout, though some of the DJ equipment failed and the live performer was missing some equipment too. Nobody was there to work the door, but thankfully the caterer was there, fully prepared. And we had my business partner work the retail. I worked the activity, but it was still a nightmare.
Yeah, I can see how that could have been a nightmare. Sorry it didn't go as planned. In my notes, I have that you've been using physical notepads and more recently Google Docs to document your project plan and ideas. Did you all have a project document to go off of this time around?
Yes, there was a yes, there was a Google Doc, but it's hard to see if it was reviewed by the team. I was working on my own tasks outside of throwing the events, so it was hard for me to even keep track of progress. I'm often wearing many hats.
Yeah, that's completely understandable. Well, we'll make sure you're equipped with all the tools it takes to keep everything straight. Now, from this scenario alone, I'm picking up that things could have been nice or gone better if you were able to look at that, say, Google Doc and see if people were doing their part and were on one accord. Maybe it'd be nice if it pinged at you or chirped at you and your team with updates and reminders of upcoming tasks and due dates. Do I have the right idea here?
Yeah, some sort of verification to keep everybody, including myself, on track.
Okay. Well, would it also be nice if there was a system that worked that way for your own solo tasks and progress or project?
You bet.
Okay. Well, tell me how you've been communicating with your team and collaborators.
Well, that depends. I usually contact some close collaborators via text or social media. I use email or, again, social media to contact vendors or one off collaborators, depending on what works best for them. Unless I have a personal relationship outside of the collaboration, then I'd probably text or message them on social media. This is a mess.
No worries. Well, I've got some ideas. Now, would it benefit you if the project plans that you have and the communication platform that you have were in one place?
That'd be much better. Is that a thing?
Sure is. All right. Well, I think I've got a pretty good handle on what features would help you out a bunch. Is there anything else you'd like to mention for us to address?
Not that comes to mind right now.
Okay, great. Well, before I let you go, who's all coming to the demo?
Just me.
Would it be too much to ask if you would to invite your business partner and your project manager? I can see him benefiting from getting acquainted with this software firsthand. So we can, skip the whole implementation and training thing and not put that on your to-do list.
Yes, you're right. I'll invite him.
All right, wonderful. Well, I've got y'all down for Thursday at 11. Is that still a good time for the three of you?
Thursday 11? Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you have anything for me prior to then, questions, concerns, change of plans, don't hesitate to email me. And thank you again for your time. You have a wonderful rest of your day.
You do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good to see you again, client. And this must be partner and project manager.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, I'm Acacia, your trusted tech advisor here at Asana. I'm here to get you acquainted with the software, show you how it'll ease your business's growing pains. So tonight I have prepared, today it's 11 a.m. We prepared a 15-minute demo for you all based on the tech meeting that I had with client. We okay to go over that time, or are we strict upon the 15 minutes?
Let's go ahead and stick with the 15.
Okay. Gotcha. So the topics that we're going to touch on today is just having a single area to collaborate with team members when building a project, dishing out tasks and tracking progress, keeping in communication with new task assignments, discussions and task group and broad basis, keeping track of your own tasks. That goes for the three of you. So that everything's accounted for. And I didn't get any input from the project manager or the partner. Did you guys have anything to mention before we get started? All right.
Yep,
Word. Okay. Thank you for your time in choosing Asana. Let's begin. So first thing I want to do is just introduce you to Asana. Who is Asana? We serve more than 100,000 organizations like Uber, Airbnb, and Pinterest, plus many other millions of other smaller teams and groups just to keep their work in a connected space, connected and collaborative space. This is great for you, especially because you're stepping into your growth journey. This is really good that you're picking it up now because this is a tool that grows with you and it'll stand the test of time. Do you guys have any questions about Asana in general before we get going? All right.
I think so.
All right. Well, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yep, I can see it.
All right. Well, I present to you Asana. So we're going to kind of play pretend here. We're going to pretend that we are going to create a complex event. The event that we spoke about with client last time was less than ideal. So I'm going to show you how we can make it spick and span. So we're going to go ahead and go to projects here and add a new product or projects. We're going to go ahead and start a blank one and throw a complex event. Okay, we're going to continue here. And here's where you can either jump right into the project or share with your teammates. You're not going to be working alone. So I say, let's just collaborate early, right? You're going to be your project manager and your partner, because I hear that that is your closest teammates. You can send a message to them here, message about the project. Generic, send. So that will show up in their inbox right here, someplace like this. All right, let's hop back into throw your complex event. Let's use my camera, so sorry for that. And we're going to start by setting up your project. So this workflow is what I recommend for people who need to brainstorm with projects like setting up an event, especially good to brainstorm. So we're going to go ahead and make an overview. Create event overview. Here, we can assign ourselves. This is something that I need to do. This will show up in your My Tasks. We'll talk about that a little bit later. If you have a deadline that you want to set for yourself, you can do that here. You can put your thoughts. You can put your ideas. You can create tasks for yourself. Maybe think about your requirements, your departments. And you can put a summary of everything right here. And these I like to use to educate what the rest of the project would look like, right? So here you can, before we hop off of that, you probably want to get some input from your team. So it's like, hey, collaborate with me, project manager and partner, please. And they can now see what you have placed in here, and they will be notified if you say, have a discussion with them in the comment section. So this is great for targeted discussions that are specific to tasks. And you can see them in real time. So say your business partner saw your discussion and they make a response. There you go. You see it pop up right there, just like that. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Now let me know if ever you have any questions. This is a discussion. This is a party. I'm not going to just talk to a wall here. Okay. So here you have your subtasks that I like to transition into sections, and I'll show you how, but just to demonstrate how you can do that, you can say requirements, departments, whatever sections that are relevant to your event or your project. You can put your components of that, and you can assign your teammates just like so, like that, and in your due dates. So that's the basics of creating a project. This is how you start building, going from an idea to a workspace. I'm going to go ahead and delete this project because that was just to show how to do it, because I have already created an environment for you. This is your 4th of July bash. So we're going to be throwing a 4th of July bash. We have our overview right here. Remember, we just made that in the last slide, but this one's fleshed out. So we've created some tasks. We probably want to define why we're doing it, what the format's going to be, what's it going to look like, who's going to be involved, determine the deadlines. And as you can see that right in the description right here. This is great for a good outline of what you're going to be working with, and those educate the rest of the project. What does that look like? You can see that we have different pictures, different little emblems and little circles. Those are just assignments and their due dates next to them. Let's pretend for our 4th of July bash, one person is not enough to secure a whole team of people, like your live entertainment, your catering, and your staff. We're going to divide and conquer. So we've got, I'm going to do the entertainment, business partner, you go ahead and do the catering, and staff manager, project manager, you can secure the staff. So you've assigned those people and you've assigned their due date. And like before, they have the same view as you. This is what I really like about Asana. They've got the same view as you, and you can see as the, not project manager, but the administrator or the person overseeing the project. You can see if people are, you can see their tasks in real time, just like before. List options. We're going to taste test for the caterer, right? And send contracts. Oh, look, there's a contract right here. So those just came up in real time. There's a contract right here. I added that. I pre-added that. Get out of there. I pre-added that so that we can take a look. You can connect your Google Doc, and you can, it'll pop up in another window. We're not going to do that today because that is not necessary. We're not going to look at that, but you can attach it there. Another place you can track progress, you can see what people are assigned, is by looking into their profile. Say you specifically want to check on your business partner. Looks like they've got nothing done, but you can see how their product or their progress is, and you can, using this list, hop on inside and ask for an update, or need help, things like that. You can put that in the comments. It'll attach right there on the bottom, just like before. Another place to look at progress. Let's say that we created our plan overview, yeah, and it's educated this whole thing. You can hop to the calendar view. Calendar view is going to show you your deadlines. Looks like we've got a couple things due today that need to be done. So you can hop in, just like in the, when you went to the person's profile and hopped into a task, you can hop into a task right here and ask for an update and collaborate here. You can see the difference between something that's done and what's not done. And you can also collaborate and connect with a team as a whole in the message field. So instead of going by just like a specific task, you can shoot something to the whole team just like this. Just put your subject, put your message, and then hit send, and everybody in the team will be notified. Goodbye. You can minimize it. So if you needed to look around in your project, you can multitask. You can go away there. Yeah, we'll delete the message. Another good way to communicate would be to hop to the overview of the project. This is for broad communications. You can have like, I call this a bulletin board. You can put how you use, what the expectations are for the project. You can put a summary of what we're doing in the project. On the right-hand side, we have the big update. So we're on track. You can update the status here to other things like at risk, off track, on hold, things like this. This is great for kind of bringing attention if things are getting out of hand. Hey, let's give this project some attention. And down here are the important messages that have been sent, the due date. You can also put like a project brief, which is your big, bad document of everything about the project and other relevant documents right here. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Yes, this tool sounds quite impressive, but I've heard there's another tool called Trello that works similar. How does that differ?
Yeah. So Trello, you're right, is very, very similar to Asana, and some teams can use them interchangeably. But remember in the beginning when I said that you can pick this up at the beginning of your growth journey and take it, it'll stand the test of time. Trello, you can easily outgrow. We are a lot more collaborative. For example, with Asana, everybody has the same view as you, the administrator, with a little bit less constraints, but you can assign teammates tasks without asking for admin permission. That's a big plus. You can also, we have other scalable features like customizable dashboards, automations when you upgrade to the next plans, analytics, and that could be tailored for each user. So this is something that Trello doesn't offer at all. So this will grow with you where you'll eventually grow out of Trello. So yeah. Now before I let y'all go, I wanted to show you one more thing. This is going to be great for each of you. If you guys are collaborating on one thing, that's cool, but you probably also have other things outside of that. So you have a tab called My Tasks. This is super cool for arranging the whole entirety of your task and acting as kind of like a work queue. So you can process your tasks by arranging them by projects or arranging by due dates. I like to do this because you can easily hit due dates and then switch to the board view. And I've got my things organized by prioritization. But you can have sections labeled like to do now, to do later, to do in a week. But I like high priority. So let's say, oh snap, we were supposed to create the Eventbrite for the event. I'm going to put that on high priority. We're going to do that. Oh, that's due today. I'm going to put that in high priority. That's tomorrow. Okay, great. How about we put that mid? We can give that a little bit of time. Yada yada, right? Say that we've got all of our stuff prioritized. Now we're going to start working our high priority. I like to just shift that over to the in progress field. And once I'm done with it, boom, it's gone. Poof, I'm like Houdini. But say that you did that on accident. No biggie. You can go to your completed tasks, and there is your list of completed tasks. If you click, boop, it disappears out of that view and is right back where you left it. Ta-da!
All right.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any more questions outside of or about anything that I've shown you today?
I think we're good.
All right. Well, so before today, we had a problem of keeping track of your team's progress, your tasks outside of projects. We were everywhere with social media and text message communications. And now you see with Asana, you can communicate based off of projects, project tasks, something minuscule as that, and something as big as, hey, this is the project as a whole. We've got our tasks on our own list that we can work through it like a work queue. I love work queues. That's like my jam. So we could do all these things in one big, robust, cool tool called Asana. What do you think about it? Do you think this tool satisfies your needs?
Yeah, well, definitely satisfies mine. Yeah. I think we like this. We like this.
Wonderful. Well, I've had the great pleasure of demoing with you today. Is there any reason I can't get you guys on to move on to next steps with our sales engineer or sales director?
I think we're already ready to move on. Let's
All
move
right.
forward.
Wonderful. Well, we'll talk next steps. Is next Thursday at the same time good for you, or can we meet a little sooner?
Same time's good.
Same time next week? All right. Thursday at 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for providing your time. You guys have a great rest of your day.
You do the same.
Thank you.